The next day, I go to visit Max Beauvoir, a man considered the voice of the voodoo community. During Wade Davis's stay in Port-au-Prince, Beauvoir served as his guide and mentor. But in the years since, he has become the supreme chief of Haitian voodoo.
Rentrez.
Hello.
Comment ça va? How are you?
Good,
Very
how are
good.
you?
Glad to see you. Hello, please come on in.
Beauvoir started his career as a scientist,
And do not be afraid of my dog.
receiving a degree in biochemistry from the Sorbonne, and went on to investigate the medicinal plants of Haiti, patenting a method to isolate cortisone precursors from agave. Though he once straddled the material world of chemistry and the metaphysics of voodoo, Beauvoir has abandoned his lab in favor of a temple in his own home called Le Peristyle de Mariani.
The Westerner is an arrogant person by definition. And in his arrogance, he believes he can put his hands on whatever he wants and possess whatever he wants, including soul, including people. This is why he made slavery. This is why he made so many things. Being a zombie is not something physical that happened to you. It is something spiritual. A zombie is somebody who has misbehaved. In fact, somebody that in any other society they would call a criminal. Most likely, in other society, this person would have been condemned to death. Our society, like every society, has decided that certain crimes are intolerable. Voodoo doesn't believe in killing people. So in fact, this is why even that person considered a criminal is not killed. We move from him or from her that desire of committing bad deeds. And this is what zombification is about.
Max Beauvoir's explanation of zombification is unlike any other I've heard thus far. What he describes sounds strikingly similar to the use of antipsychotic drugs in Western medicine. But unlike pharmaceutical antipsychotics, the knowledge of the poison used to perform this sort of chemical lobotomy is controlled by an ancient secret society known as the Bizango.
Bizangos, in our sample, maintain social justice, maintain police and order in our society.
So how would we go about meeting people in these societies? If a foreigner wanted to go and learn about it, how would they do that?
I am the head of the Bizangos.
Beauvoir suggests I travel to the mountains to find rural members of the Bizango society who might be intimately acquainted with the secret powder.
All the time that I was working, both securing the powders in various locations and trying to understand what the nature of a zombie was and so on and so forth, I kept brushing up against what I later came to understand to be the secret societies of Haiti, the Bizangos Champuel, and that Narcisse had actually been brought before a tribunal of one of these societies and condemned for any number of transgressions. And in the end, I became initiated in these societies, certainly, if not the only, certainly one of the first outsiders ever to become initiated in the Bizangos Champuel.
Not long after voodoo was recognized by whites, they began to fear its power. Slaves found practicing voodoo were harshly punished or killed. Some slaves escaped their masters and formed colonies in the mountains where they could practice their religious beliefs and live freely. They are known as the Maroons. It was the Maroons who organized the first small-scale slave uprisings, which culminated with the Bois Caiman voodoo ceremony, in which all in attendance who vowed to kill their white masters were anointed with the blood of a slaughtered pig. This ceremony sparked the beginning of the 1791 Haitian Revolution led by Toussaint L'Ouverture and established Haiti as the first independent Black republic. It was the Maroons who later became the Bizangos secret societies. To some, the Bizangos are a sort of benevolent spiritual police force, but to many Haitians, they are a feared band of cannibalistic criminals who feast on the unsuspecting during midnight expeditions. It is here that we meet Thomas, the mayor and head Bokor of Enery. A Bokor is the Haitian equivalent of a sorcerer or witch doctor, shaman or medicine man, a retailer of potions, a plant doctor, a man in direct contact with deep metaphysical realms. We enter the peristyle to find it's meticulously painted with hundreds of images of white people being stabbed in the neck or impaled by barren criminal, while their blood is consumed by tricephalous snakes. There is also a Richard Avedon poster of Natasha Kinski. On the ground are 3 large piles of glistening rock salt and an infant's coffin.
Hello.
My name is Thomas.
I'm Hamilton. Hello.
Over here. Yo, t'as aimé mon zombie?
Un zombie. Bon, c'est condition. Quand tu t'as parlé. Mon gamin me lever. Il fait cérémonie, il lever invisiblement.
Il dit est-ce que c'est au même qui prépare pour là pour faire tourner zombie?
Oui.
Pour faire hein?
Ça son mon nid.
C'est tête pour nous?
Après, on peut préparer mon ami pour les zombies.
Est-ce qu'on est capable de dire à qui ça peut pas le faire pour là?
Ça arrive à moi-même.
C'est you won't tell you that. Qui est capable de préparer?
Dimanche ça, on peut préparer ça.
He said on Sunday he will make that for you.
Les affaires, je ne vais pas ça pour vous. Je fais cher ça pour vous, c'est très cher ici. Je vais 777 $ pour ça.
Pour.
Quand tu bailles mon lunette, ça veut dire.
Combien qu'on vous dit?
777 $.
He said 7,777 US dollars.
L'on lève dans le cimetière. Au fil de lever, marine 2 ailes. L'homme le bois pour ouais, c'est réalité liée. Pour quoi? C'est réalité par exemple qu'on haïtien.
Yeah, I said the American doesn't believe in the Haitian. Les quoi qu'on est capable de faire quoi vraiment, mais comme ça, il n'y a pas à disposition. Il dit que ça capable de faire, il est capable de $1,000 américains. Si on satisfait à bon l'autre $1,000.
Ma fille fait l'oueli, l'a tellement payé, il n'a pas jamais bouquet payé ici. Il n'a pas jamais bouquet payé.
He said,
Il va l'autre boire la voie, la vérité, il n'a pas jamais bouquet payé ici.
he said, he will make it for you. Oui, pas de problème, mais Dieu go taper, il faut que vous satisfait.
Oui, il a satisfait.
So, he said, you have to give
Pour me
first.
faire au senti, ça que dans mémoire, mais tirer dans mémoire.
So he said, tomorrow night at the cemetery, he will make a zombie ceremony and you will see the zombie getting up.
Merci. Thank you.
Je vais me mon là, quand on est là. Ok.
The next evening, we drive back into the mountains to meet Mayor Thomas at our designated midnight rendezvous. We enter the peristyle dedicated to the malevolent Baron, and Alex walks in backwards to reverse any spells cast upon him by Tomas. He tells me Tomas is untrustworthy, a man without morals.
Ouais. Donc, on gros questionnaire là. Bah, du gars, on laisse au DOA, il dit qu'on s'acquiert, non dit, c'est lundi.
Ah, mon chef, ça fait bail comme ça. Nous faisons un rendez-vous, nous faisons un rendez-vous.
Nous parlons, nous parlons son.
Donc, il a un rendez-vous. Oh, nous parlons de monde. Nous ne sommes pas capables de dire nous comme ça, tandis qu'on a dit, si c'est pas ça.
C'est. Ah, vous avez un problème lié. Vous avez un problème lié, vous n'avez pas fini de préparer toi-même un problème lié. On dit qu'on va un grand monde, comment faire? On va un grand monde, on va un grand monde. Ni 42 ans après avoir un grand monde, avec un grand monde. Vous travaillez là, vous avez activité, vous faites ça faire. Vous avez avoir gloire, les Haïtiens, il va connaître ce qu'on fait là, mais faire ouais, c'est la vérité. Je vais faire une stratégie matin. On va tout bagarre, on va dire que c'est moi, monsieur. On va aller caper au second nom.
Tomas, now incensed, pulls off his gold-embroidered dashiki and puts on a baby blue gown with a scoop neck and two-button closure. As the associates of Tomas slowly gather around, Alex begins to back away, telling me that it's no longer safe, and we must return to our Mitsubishi Montero. He then calls his friend to arrange a meeting with a different Bokor, deep in the rice fields of Artibonite.
Eh bien, demain, si Dieu l'aime venir, on va faire ça pour eux. Ok, enfant, you're là. Ciao. Bye. Yeah. She just told me that she talked to the owner and everything we need, it will make it happen to us. So let's wait and see what will happen tomorrow.
At night, I experience a feverish dream of Jean-Claude Van Damme, replete with hypnagogic hallucinations. He approaches me, knife in hand, and whispers in my ear, flicking my earlobe with his tongue, urging me to remember what Wade said about the cultural matrix. The pufferfish is a marvel of evolution and biomechanics. Its internal organs contain one of the most potent neurotoxins ever discovered. It is the TTX in the pufferfish which induces the total body flaccid paralysis, almost indistinguishable from death.